How is everyone doing today? It is September 16th of 2022, and look at this beautiful red sweet pepper here. And right here, I want to save seeds off of these couple. There's a bunch more going. This is my hand compared to this. This is the lipstick pepper. We've already harvested off of this probably 4 or 5 giant peppers, but they have been, they were green, so we were kind of getting some of the excess off. Some of these peppers get so big that they weigh it down. From what I understand about the lipstick pepper, is it's a no heat variety of the, oh gosh, I can't remember, the pimento. The pimento pepper will also get this kind of shape and stuff. And this one's named after, it's named lipstick because of the color it gets. I don't think it's an heirloom. I could be wrong on that though. Anybody that's interested might want to look it up. We were really excited to try to get another sweet pepper in the yard. We don't really grow bell peppers in containers. It's not that we can't pull it off. It's just that we don't get as good of production. So we wanted to give this lipstick pepper a try. And a really, really beautiful color on that. I'll take this one right here. Take this one right here. I'm going to leave that one right there for seed saving as well. This one actually had a big piece of branch on it, so it's a big power plant. It can get pretty big. This one had a huge branch on it that was sagging down from another weight of another pepper on it. But this center tuft is 7 varieties that we also have in our pepper wall. This is the lipstick pepper right here. And because of its shape and because of its color, it gets its name. It's a variation on the pimento pepper. You can get all sorts of different shapes of pods. Since we have doubles of this one, the other one is right here. And I'll go ahead and snap this one off back here to take in. You can see there's several more growing up and down it. So a really, really productive pepper. I can't remember where we got these seeds from. I know that they weren't from our saves. Go ahead and give it a try and save the seeds off of this one, and a really new, unique, sweet variety that we haven't tried or grown in the yard yet. So the lipstick pepper, it is September 16th of 2022. Take you inside. Catch you guys in a second. Love you. All right, the pimento pepper will come in all sorts of kind of crazy shapes as well. But the pimento pepper is considered one of the mildest peppers that does have heat, but it's really, really mild. On a Scoville scale, it's like 500. That's like 1/10 of the heat of a mild jalapeno. So this one right here is supposed to be a no heat version of the pimento called the lipstick. Really, really excited about this. Like I was saying, we have had several of these green already, just diced up in breakfast burritos or however we've been eating them. But we really, really love sweet peppers, tons and tons and tons. If you can eat it out in the yard without burning your face, then it's a good pepper to us. Yeah, so I'll be saving the seeds in this one. I'll go ahead and cut all 3 of these right now. That one might be a little under. And if you ever want to test the viability of pepper seeds, what you can do is you can take a cup of water, and what you'll do is you'll put the seeds in that cup of water and then maybe tap them a little bit, because sometimes they'll get like a little surface that'll cause them to float. But if they sink, they're most likely viable. It's not a guarantee, but the ones that stay floating after about 5 minutes, and maybe tapping them so they don't like catch that little air pocket on top where they're not sinking. But if they sink, they're quite probably viable, and if they don't sink, they're quite probably not viable. So you want your seeds to sink, and it's best to test them right when you cut the pepper open before you end up drying the seeds, because you don't want to get them wet afterwards, unless maybe when you're getting ready to plant you could do that. But this one looks maybe a little bit under. I'm not quite sure if I'll save the seeds. The pod was a little bit wonky-ish too. But I'll go ahead and give that one a try. I've already tried it green like this. This one's really ripe. It's been ripe for quite a bit now, and this one is about right on. So about 3 stages of ripening. got a pretty thick wall. It has a really sweet smell to it already. Yeah, it smells really good. Like I was saying, we tried these green. It was similar to a bell pepper, but a little sweeter than a typical bell pepper would be. There's a really good flavor that comes with that one was way, way better than the other piece. This overripe one almost. We did a video on the Courbaki sweet pepper recently, and in it we were mentioning how sometimes we like peppers when they're not ripe all the way. The Courbaki is one of them. It tastes like a sweet pea pod or a green bean off the vine, and we really like that sweet green kind of yellow flavor that's in the Courbaki. Less so than we would like it ripe. I would guess a lot of people would like it ripe better. This one right here, though, escalates huge, huge, huge. This piece right here that is left on the vine it's probably been ripe for almost a week now, 4 or 5 days. This one's ripened a couple days ago, and this one just started ripening. This one, really similar to a green bell pepper, maybe a little bit sweeter. This one right here has a really, really good flavor. It's almost apple-ish in its flavor. This one right here is super, super sweet. It's almost fruit-like. It tastes so good. I'll let Angel try some of it. Okay. Angel isn't feeling good, so I won't record her on video, but that super ripe one is so good. I'm going to finish this piece right here.
With me having clogged sinuses right now, that one, I could taste the sweet. It's really good.
That is such a good flavor ripe. It's hard to explain a sweet pepper. It's hard to explain any of our tomato or pepper videos, and so I just try to relate it to something, but almost like a red apple sweet. That's really, really good. That stands out in my probably top 3 to 5 sweet peppers. So it's a really, really productive pepper. Sometimes so productive it just, some of the pods get really, really heavy up high, and it'll start trying to break your branches down if it's probably needs staked. It would have done a lot better in the container it was in without being double in the containers it was in. They're doubled in 5-gallon buckets. Almost all of our peppers are this year. This one would have done a lot better if I would have singled it in the bucket to give its roots a little bit more space. Some do well doubled up like that, and some don't do quite as well. This one still did really well doubled. We pulled 4 or 5 large peppers off of it already. It almost has a little bit, it's not heat, but it's the warning that it like existed there or should exist there. So I could guess that the flavor in this would make it an excellent roaster. If you use the bigger ones that are out there, like instead of these smaller pods like we had pulled off that are ripened already, it would make a really, really good stuffer. And I can imagine roasting this one and just having that sweet flavor and adding it to like a tomato soup or a tomato sauce. Just having that unique flavor in there. If you're not a big fan of heat, this is almost a guaranteed recommend. Really productive plants. Really, really great flavor. I'll take you guys outside. Sorry if this video is long. This is the lipstick pepper. I'll catch you in a second. All right, September 16th of 2022. This is the lipstick pepper. Another large pod here. That one's a really nice one. That's going to be a good one to save seeds on. Right there. That one would actually make a really, really excellent stuffer or roasted. Another one right here. We pulled most of them off of this one here. This plant's been topped, cut back multiple times. This isn't indicative of how strong or how powerful this plant can grow. All of our stuff has been crowded, which has caused a big issue for us this year on slower production and less production, but we just keep pushing until we can get something that I think might be worth seeing. And this lipstick pepper. It's a really, really excellent pepper. I absolutely love it. I'd probably put it in my top 3. The Oda, Courbaki, and maybe the lipstick now. The Jimmy Nardello is good. I don't consider the shishito a sweet pepper, even though it's a no heat, but it would definitely be up there if I put it in a sweet pepper category or a no heat pepper category. The shishito is really good. Always the classic banana peppers. This one right here, it's really, really unique, almost like red apple sweet. The riper it gets, the more this really unique flavor kind of kicks up. Like a pimento, I would say that's why pimentos are used in cooking so much, and they're low heat as well, so they add a little bit of the spice. This almost felt like it had a warning that a spice was going to be arriving, but it never did show up. So don't know much about the heritage of this pepper or where it came from. I just know it's supposed to be a variation, a heatless variation on a pimento, and really happy to grow this one in the yard. So plants are doing well. We'll finish those ones out. We've only got a couple of weeks before our danger of first frost. You can see it's crowded. This one's a Buena Mulata, that one's an Ahi, a Yuyo, Sugar Rush Peach. Next to it there's also a Lemon Spice Jalapeno. This one's the Ghost, and this one's the Fish Pepper. So tons more peppers that we want to do videos on. This one's crowded in the corner. I'll probably cut it back even more, but a really strong grow, and really happy to have tried this one this year. So the lipstick pepper, and love you guys. Catch you next time. Thanks for watching. All right, just a quick clip for proof of concept and stuff and what I was talking about earlier. This is actually the green pod right here. So I'll go ahead and get some of these seeds out real quick. I already put the other 2 ripe pods seeds in there. The ripest pod had the least amount of seeds, but it was also the smallest pepper, so I'm guessing those couple bigger pods out there will have quite a few seeds on them. But I really love to save seeds, and if I got a chance from this green one, well, it's not green, it's barely ripening, but if I got a chance to get a couple seeds from here that are viable, that would be nice to get as many as I want. I want all the seeds in the world. All right, so I got those ones in there. Most of those ones immediately floated. A couple of these ones that are on the top here that are floating came from the riper pods, and being that they're floating like that, even sitting in the water for a second, means that they're most likely unviable. But all these ones that sank most likely means viability. So what I'll do right at this point is, once I got my seeds in a cup of water and I see which ones are floating and which ones are sinking, you don't necessarily want to use warm water though, because warm water will kind of try to set off their timers a little bit, and you know what I mean. Sometimes warm water will cause them to want to start to sprout. But anyways, just regular warm or cool water. The ones that are floating on the top can be poured right off. Just being careful not to get the ones that are sinking at the bottom. You can even hit it with a little bit more water. Give it a second to see what's going to float and sink. This is the part where I was telling you about tapping them. Sometimes you got to tap them because they'll form like a little raft.
Air bubble
On the surface. This is similar when you're cleaning tomato seeds as well.
I'll just scoop out the ones that are floating.
Yeah, there's a couple more in there I don't want to keep in there, so I'll just scoop out those ones. And I'll just drain this through a strainer, but I just wanted to show everybody that. See how those ones are sinking? Most likely viable on those. It's not a guarantee, but it's a good way to test. And all the ones in the green ones I think sunk immediately, whereas in the ripe ones had a few that probably weren't viable. So love you guys. Sorry if this video is long again. Catch you next time.